Storm Tracker Chief Meteorologist Jeff Castle with 31 Triple Doppler.
It's a little cool out there, but the sun's shining.
Nice to see that.
Yeah.
I know, and we're eager to hear from you.
As always, because I'm the man with all the answers, right?
Yeah, you
Good
are.
news, right, Jeff?
If the good news involves warming up, yes. If the good news involves more cold air, no. And if the good news involves snow chances, maybe.
You've got something for everyone.
Maybe.
There you go.
Mixed bag.
It's a complicated forecast, as it's pretty well been here in the last month or so. All right, let's talk about what is fairly certain, and that is our next weather maker, which will be rolling in here late this work week. We'll start to pick up some rainfall, it looks like primarily heading into Friday night, and then some of that is going to linger on into Saturday. Some steadier rain at first, tapering off to showers. All this coming ahead of a potent cold front that is going to take us back into the deep freeze heading into next week. We will be turning it much colder again after making a run towards 60 later on this week. Here's the latest temperature outlook for next Monday through next Friday. And nothing's really changed here. A lot of blue and purple on the map, which means very strong signal. It's going to be colder than average from the plains all the way to the East Coast, and that includes us here in the Tennessee Valley. Just how cold we get still remains to be determined, but very likely we're going to have maybe a day or two where temperatures barely hit freezing, and overnight lows, depending on how clear the skies get any given night, could be down into the teens to around 20. We're also watching anything beyond that. Yes, I've seen the data. Maybe you have, floating around on social media today. So yes, I have seen it. In fact, we saw it a couple days ago, and we mentioned that there's chance. Keep in mind when it comes to forecasting winter weather, we're 7 to 10 days out from anything potentially happening here across the South. So at this time, just recognizing that the pattern could be conducive for that, but nothing definite at this point in time. And we are going to be closely dissecting the newest information as it comes on in. We get within 5 to 7 days, that's when we start watching the trends, possible outcomes 3 to 5 days out, confidence increasing. General timing and impacts can be laid out at that point. And then when we get 1 to 3 days out, that's when we really start to get detailed. It was the same case with what we had end of last week. We followed this same cycle, increasing confidence, and then at that point when we were within a few days really started to pinpoint what we were likely to see out of it. Forecasts kind of worked out that way. So again, we are watching, but at this point, nothing to get too concerned about. Don't go run into the grocery store to stock up. We're not at that point yet. Not that you need to do that anyway. All right, let's talk about it here. Currently, Wave 31 Triple Doppler, nothing showing up at the moment. We will keep the mostly clear sky for early evening and then overnight tonight. A few patches of clouds coming on through. Still a good bit of sunshine for your Wednesday, and after another cold morning, we'll see temperatures bounce back nicely heading into the afternoon hours. Mid-20s overnight tonight. That's colder than average for this time of year, but perhaps a couple degrees above where we ended up earlier this morning. As we take you through the day tomorrow, plenty of sunshine, light northwest wind, and temperatures will still manage to bounce back thanks to the sunshine. 36 around 10 in the morning. Mid-40s into the afternoon hour. Probably want the winter coat early on, and then you might be able to swap it out for a lighter jacket or a sweater for the afternoon. 46 for Rainsville, 47 in Stevenson tomorrow. Huntsville back towards Madison, about 47, 48 Decatur, as well as Town Creek. And we'll look for more upper 40s there in the northwest corner of the state and for the remainder of the shoals. Here's your Wave 31 Storm Tracker 10-day forecast, warming back into the mid-upper 50s, might even hit 60 on Saturday. We will be tracking some rainfall for that first half of the weekend, and then the second half, it's all about the cold air coming on in. Likely that 37 on Sunday happens early. Temperatures drop through the day. Still won't rule out a snow flurry as that colder air comes on through. And then we are watching at this point Tuesday, Wednesday time frame next week, keeping a low chance for some precipitation in there. And of course, you see the temperatures, 30s for highs, teens and 20s for lows. If any precip were to fall, it would be a frozen variety. And again, keeping an eye on that part of the forecast because there are some indications maybe another southern snowstorm taking shape by the middle of next week. Just what you want to hear, right? Just after we've kind of gotten away from the last one and most of the snow at this point is gone.
I just wheeled out my my stuff. We'll
Like
see.
it's time to wheel it back.
Yeah, we
know,
know back then, maybe. We'll keep you updated, though. Again, we're still, more than a week out, but
Yeah.
caught my eye,
Yeah.
and we'll be keeping a close watch on it.
I'm trying to think if we've had snow twice in January in the past couple of years.
No, I don't believe so. There was a few winters back, about 15 years or so ago. Back in 2010, we had the snow on Christmas, and then in January of 2011, we had a big snow. I remember that, we had thunder snow here. I was driving to work, snow
here
was
for
coming
that?
down,
Okay.
and saw the sky light up, and then within a few seconds heard the thunder. So
Fascinating.
yes, you can have two significant snow events in the same season. So
Yeah.
we'll see if we do that this year.
All right.
So much for mild winters. Right?
Happy winter, y'all. Coming up after the break.